Hi, in this short video, I'd like to share some of the nicest and coolest features of MS Project 2010, and particularly I'm going to be talking about the timeline feature, which is a nice and graphical way of representing the schedule information for your team members, for your stakeholders, for your managers, and key members of the project. So basically, there's a timeline section here, and which you can hide or unhide by going to the View tab here, and then there's a timeline checkbox, and you can uh, uncheck that so the timeline goes away, and check it back in, the timeline shows up again. So now let me show you some of the options how you can add the task to the timeline. So let's say I'm gonna add a kickoff task to the timeline, and I'm just selecting this task. I can select another task or another task, but I'm just selecting the task. It doesn't matter which cell I'm selecting. Could be just a name, or you can select the whole row. So you select the task and do the right click, and then click on the Add to the Timeline. And here we go. The task is on the timeline. Kickoff as a diamond, representing the milestone, which is 0 days duration. And so that's the one way of doing that. Another way of doing that, I'm just going to select the whole section, task 2 and task 3. Oops. Um, task 2 and task 3 up to closeout, and then just drag and drop it. Just when you drag and drop on it, just make sure you're doing it from the left side, and then there's a square arrow here showing up. So you drag and drop it in here into the timeline, and here we go. The whole timeline um, comes up. So by default, it actually go and come up with the default color. I pre-colored those bars with different just colors. I can show you how you can change the color. So let's say this task 2, the task 2, I just selected it, just clicked on it, and I can change the color of that bar to, let's say, what is it? Let's say green. So you see, you can easily change the color of those bars, and you can, and by holding the control button, you can keep selecting those tasks, and those would be selected and highlighted, and you can change the color of those bars in one shot. Let's say to that color, for example. So this is a nice graphical representation of how you can present a specific particular information from your schedule to your stakeholders. Um, I wanted to show you one more thing that let's say task 3, I'd like to take it out of this particular bar style and make it a call out. So you can do all that, for any of the tasks in your schedule. So this is usually come in handy when there's a congested when the tasks are congested here, and you can't really read the names and dates of those tasks, especially when the duration is very little. So you having a hard time to reading those. So you can do a call out. So and maybe taking them out a little bit here, and then taking this one out a little bit here, so you can actually easily read what are those tasks all about. But you can also push it back if you need to. All right, and the next step you would do is to get in this particular nice timeline graphical representation into, let's say you're gonna go and plug it into your email, full size. Just copying it in copy time, full size, and then I go to my email Outlook, and then I'm just doing Control V and pasting this whole thing into the email, and here we go. There's a there's a nice graphical representation of my schedule in my email. So one other thing is actually handy here. So you can actually change the text here to something, and it's gonna stick. So you can change the wording. You can change the dates if you'd like to modify, or if you want to add something, you can. Um, so it's pretty much. editable editable representation of your schedule, and then you can go ahead and send that. So with along with the copying into the email, you can do the copy it for presentation and plug it into the presentation PowerPoint. And let's say you have a slide and the Control V, and then here you go. You have a nice representation of your schedule in the PowerPoint. So it's easy to present on the board, in the meeting, um, or whatever your needs are. So that's pretty much it. And looking forward to see you all on my blog pages. And wish you good luck with this new cool feature, 2010 MS project. Thanks and have a nice day.